But this is the reality of you have to annihilate yourself. It's not me, it's not Allah talking to me, it's not me about finding myself. Ya Rabbi, I didn't want to know more about myself and my nafs and all the things I think I am. I accepted to be nothing. I wanted to find the reality and the haqqaiq. And awliya come and said, then this Qur'an, Holy Qur'an is a dialogue between Allah and Sayyidina Muhammad and has nothing to do with you. If you read it as a bystander, this is a dialogue of the intimate relationship that Allah is giving to the reality of Sayyidina Muhammad and all its faiz and realities will open. If this is about me and Allah, I've negated my Imam. I made myself to have an importance and an existence, and that's the opposite of fana and becomes ananiya, which was the madhab of shaitan. The belief of shaitan was that worshipping Allah, worshipping Allah thinking that he's approaching Allah. Allah wanted to calm that reality down, said, by the way, I have a Khalifa. So don't think you're coming so fast, so hard. I have a Khalifa. Now understand that this Khalifa told all the angels to go behind the Khalifa. So Allah, Sayyidina Adam, and now angels behind and jinn. Allah gave the knowledge to Sayyidina Adam and no one saw Allah. And the isharat came to Sayyidina Adam, tell them these knowledges. As a result of the knowledges that were coming, they knew this as a Divinely source. This is not a knowledge they understood, and as a result of this knowledge Allah gave a command to all those behind the Imam, bow down to your Imam. They were behind, they weren't facing Allah because that wouldn't be a big challenge for them. They were behind Sayyidina Adam and they had never understood how they can bow to anything other than Allah. And Allah wanted to show the ihtiram and the reality of the Khalifa and what this form represents, the light and majesty of the Muhammadan reality that it will carry, and bow down for your ihtiram and respect. Malaika immediately down into sujood except shaitan stood, and the shaitans who followed him said, nope, we will never bow down. This became their madhab, this became their belief that between them and Allah is nothing. And as a result they cast out of that orbit of haqqaiq, because now they found themselves to be separate in their reality and connection with Allah. Malaika given their haqqaiqs that you're in this orbit, you show its ihtiram and you show its respect. So then that belief for people who leave the orbit and they find that they want to find their way to Allah is how shaitan keep playing with them and trying to fool with them. The way of haqqaiq is, I'm nothing, I accepted my nothingness, I'm deflating myself. When I deflate myself, then awliya come and says, if you're deflating you're then but a drop in this ocean and in this soul. And that's why we gave the holy verse of Qur'an, خَلَقَ الْإِنسَانَ فَالنَّفْسَ الْوَاحِدَ. We created you from one soul and you are but a drop from that soul. So don't identify yourself and try to find yourself outside of that ocean. You're like trying to take, Allah's describing, I created you from a nafs al-wahid, one ocean. This ocean called Muhammadun Rasulullah. Which has more power? This ocean or this little guy who's a drop? And the drop thinks he's everything, and actually the drop has absolutely no power, it's so cut off. No matter how much shaitan wants to play with the mind, it doesn't matter, this drop is cut off, it has no power. But what awliya found, and that's why you go back to all tazkiyatul awliya, that I'm nothing, I'm nothing. Oh wow, when they entered into that they became everything. When they came and said, Ana al-haq. How he could say, Ana al-haq? How awliya they spoke like this? Because they went into a hall and from this ocean they realized they can reach everywhere, they feel everything, they're connected to everything. And la shareek, this is not Allah, don't make partner with Allah, because he understood the haqq is the haqq of Sayyidina Muhammad. Ta'aseen, the most purified secret of Allah, this ocean, not Allah. There's no wali who would ever say they're Allah and become they broke the whole usul. But they realized in losing their form, annihilating themselves, they are nothing. In their nothingness they deflated to their binary code of nothingness, and Allah began to open for them. You are now in the ocean of Muhammadun Rasulullah. And your ma'rifah and your way of Gnosticism is to increase your love for Sayyidina Muhammad. Fiikum, that reality is within you and you are within it. Minhi wa minhum. He comes from me and I come from him. These are the big lights of the reality of Sayyidina Muhammad. Prophet was teaching them, before you hurt this Ahlul Bayt, know that minhi, that he came from me, he's a drop from me. I see through his drop, I feel through his drop, I hear through his drop, I speak through his drop. That drop talking to you now is from Muhammadun Rasulullah. He's from me, and if you love him you'll see that I'm from him. The drop is from Prophet. When you cherish and love and respect that drop, what then Prophet described? And I'm from him, means I'm manifesting in that drop, because that drop came and submitted, acknowledged its nothingness and became in our ocean of oneness, became one in my ocean of reality. It lost its identity, gave back its trust, gave back its will, gave back its entire existence to be nothing. As a result, that drop became a drop from Muhammadun Rasulullah. So when that drop now moves on this earth, and that's what Allah is describing now, these are fiikum. These Gulestan, the gul of the roses, they're from the garden of Sayyidina Muhammad. This drop is a rose from the garden of Sayyidina Muhammad. They represent that light. As a result, Prophet appears through them, appears through that light. It carries its fragrance, its light, its teachings, its love. The more they annihilate, the more it appears, and that's the only appearance that counts. Not to worry about yourself and who you are and your relationship with Allah. Oh, you went way outside of the ocean of fana. You became in the ocean of wondering about yourself. If you were nothing, no one absolutely trying to make your reality to die, I'm nothing, I'm nothing. Then you understood all the tazkiyatul awliya and they're suffering. As much as shaitan wanted to build them, they negated themselves and nothing. As a result, Allah something began to manifest in them. And the only something for Allah is Muhammadun Rasulullah. As a result, they had a value with Allah because Allah loves Prophet. As a result, they become Gul al-Muhammadi. And as a result, Allah loves them. قُلْ إِنِ كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي. Their whole life was fattabi'uni, to follow. If you follow, you're no one. How can you follow with your own opinion? With your own, so that means qadam. Sahabi, they walk where Prophet walked. When he was physically not with them, they walked in the exact same space because they could see the light. They didn't go in different direction, they said, we walk where he walks. We are non-existent, we want to exist within him. I swear by the one whom carries my soul in his hand. Sayyidina Abu Bakr's hadith swears by the one whom carries his soul in his hand. They witnessed that their soul is carried by Sayyidina Muhammad. Ma'rifah is that you're nothing. If you are nothing, you're in the ocean of Muhammadun Rasulullah. Fattabi'uni. Then what Allah gives you? Yuhibbukumullah. Because you begin to vanish, your shaykh begins to vanish, and what begins to manifest is Muhammadun Rasulullah on you. And every dress that comes to you, every blessing that comes to you is now you're understanding the worshipping of La ilaha illallah, where you didn't understand before. But you don't cut the Rasul out, you're in the reality of Muhammadun Rasulullah. Understanding what now? The real reality of La ilaha illallah, that even Prophet so can give you to witness. We explained with the huruf, when you write Rasul Allah, that in the reality of Rasul is the reality of Allah. For you to witness is the only way to witness in the heart of Prophet. To lose our existence, become non-existent, and then the miraj begins. As much as you're approaching with the love, and how to approach with this love is through the salawat, the durood, the apps, all of these practices they're giving, is to reach the nazar of Sayyidina Muhammad. good character, good deeds, good actions. I'm nothing, I'm nothing, I'm nothing. In that nothingness Prophet begin to dress from his treasure. That's why you can't go outside this ocean and think something will open to you or reality will open to you, or you have